Hello, and welcome to the Movie Universe. I'm your host, Movie Fan. Today, I'll be talking about Class of 3000. If you haven't heard of it, it's okay, because this show only lasted for 2 years. The show was made during the end of Cartoon Network's golden age, and it's considered one of the most original shows for its time. And in my opinion, it still is. The concept is really quite simple. It's a story about a group of kids who are musicians. In fact, they're so good that the school they go to is an art school, where basically they teach all kinds of things that are art related. I'm talking things like music, dance, theater, and of course, just regular art. These kids love their music and they can play anything. But they're faced with a problem in episode 1. The problem is their music teacher got arrested and thrown in the can. At the same time, a famous singer named Sonny Bridges had got fed up with his career as a music star and had walked off the stage of his own concert because his manager was driving him crazy. He made it all about corporate business, and it wasn't fun for him anymore. And for Sonny, it wasn't about money, it was about the art and the fun of doing it. The money was just a bonus as far as he was concerned. And since his manager was such a corporate conglomerate who was literally selling him out every which way he could think of, he couldn't take it anymore. So he left. He left all the way back to his home in Atlanta, where the kids live. It turns out he grew up there, and he actually went to the same school as them. And by sheer luck, one of the main characters, Little D, runs into Sonny. Little D is his biggest fan. He worships him. And like any other kid, he dreams that one day he'll team up with him and, do music with him. Of course, when he finds out that Sonny is back in Atlanta, he had to tell the rest of the gang. And by the time the episode is over, they convince him to be their new music teacher. And if you're wondering, how are they going to afford a first-class musician like him? No need. He doesn't even want to get paid. He just wants to lie low for a while and have fun while he's doing it. And for the rest of the series, he was their music teacher. In every episode, they go through some interesting little twists and turns. There's some various episodes that are almost related to Scooby-Doo and various other shows, stuff like that. But the funny thing is, it wasn't really about the episodes themselves that caught my attention. It was the fact that in every episode, they had a different song. Yeah, there was always a main song that they focused on close to the end of the episode. And these songs were pretty darn entertaining and very creative. They came out like regular music videos, only in animated form. And everything had its own blend of music, which corresponded to the episode that was going on. In fact, that was the whole point of it. It's almost like when they take music to make a scene better in a movie. In this case, they take it a step further by making it literally correspond with whatever situation they're dealing with or whatever task they're working on. Whether it would be a little gimmick that Little D came up with involving them becoming blue, and the song that they end up playing is called The Crayon. The point behind the episode was that gimmicks come and go, but the music is where it really counts. At the same time, there was a bonus message in there, and that bonus message was diversity. Just watch the video or hear the song. You'll catch it. Without a doubt, the music was what the show was all about. And that was the whole point of the show, to get a younger generation interested in music, not just for the money, but for the art. That's what made this show so great. The sad thing is it only lasted for 2 years. It was actually created by Andre 3000, who we would know as one of the singers from Outkast. He also played Sonny Bridges, and you could tell that his character profile was clearly based off of him. Now, I know you're going to ask me, did he write the songs that were featured in this show? That I don't really know. I can't find any real information on that. All I know is he was a part of it. Of course, that pales in comparison to the next big question that I know everyone's dying to find out. Why did the show end so quickly? Well, again, I don't really have a straight answer on this. I got a couple theories and one story that happened as a result. I'll start with the theories first. The first theory I have is that being a big musician, of course he had to devote some time back to his music career, and to try to balance a TV show plus that and going on tour is not an easy thing to do. At the same time, coming up with a new song each week for every episode, that's not an easy thing to do either. Again, I'm not sure if he wrote the music, but I'm pretty sure he was a big part of it. And either way, that's a very daunting task. Of course, there's one other thing that probably didn't help. A guy named Timothy McGee claimed that he made a pitch back in 1997 to Cartoon Network for a show called The Music Factory of the 90s. Supposedly, it's the same thing as Class of 3000. To put it bluntly, he accused Andre 3000 of stealing his idea. I don't know if this really put an end to the show, but I'm sure it didn't help. Either way, the show was good while it lasted. It had great music, a very original story. It's something that I think we need to bring back. And I'll tell you this, anything I say will not do this show justice. You would have to sit down and watch an episode or two to really understand what I see in this show. So if you've never seen this show, look it up. You'll find it online. And if you don't care about the show, just look up the songs. You'll find them, believe me. In fact, I'll put a link below so you can. Trust me, you're going to love it. This is Movie Fan, signing off.